I'd like to tell you about a text set that you could use with high school students when working with the concept of women's suffrage. This picture book would be a great one to start with. Friends for Freedom, the story of Susan B. Anthony and Frederick Douglass by Suzanne Slade. It is about a grade level 6.8, and it's a level 1 for qualitative complexity. But it's a picture book, but it would be a really lighthearted way to introduce the concept and not have to worry about so much with the text and understanding text. The next book is With Courage and Cloth, Winning the Fight for a Woman's Right to Vote by Anne Balsam. It's a National Geographic book. It's at about a 7.1 grade level, and qualitatively it's at a level 2. This book has a lot of content, a lot of information for the kids to learn from, and there's also pictures from the time period, which would be great for them to see as well. A lot of text, so it would be great to be chunked and worked with in smaller portions. This book is Women's Suffrage, a Primary Source History of the Women's Rights Movement in America by Colleen Adams. This is a great book. There's so much in it. The primary sources are great for the kids to be able to look at. And even though some of the text might seem large and it might appear more simple, it's actually written at a grade level of 15.7, and the complexity is at a level 3. So there is a lot to learn from a book. Even though it doesn't seem to be very big and thick, there's a lot of meat to it and a lot to discuss as far as the primary sources. This next one is an article called Women's Suffrage. Wyoming women had the right to vote years before the 19th Amendment. This is by Mary Shawns, and it's an online article. It's a National Geographic site that I got it from, and it's at about a 9.8 grade level, and it's a level 3 as far as qualitative complexity. Okay, this article was retrieved from readworks.org. It's Women Who Fought for the Vote. This article has a complexity of 14.6 as far as quantitative, and qualitatively it's a level 2. So it is a little bit challenging, but with support and some scaffolding, the kids will be able to handle this. This article is from history.com. It's an article on the 19th Amendment, which fits in perfectly. It gives a lot of background and talks about how women got the vote and the origins of women's suffrage. It's written at a level 13.8, and quantitatively it's a level 3. And finally, this book is from the Dear America series. It's called A Time for Courage, The Suffragette Diary of Kathleen Bowen. And this book is by Catherine Lasky, and it's written, of course, in a diary form. So it would be interesting for the kids to see how this book fits in the context of what really happened in history. It's a great thing for kids to read and be able to have that background to relate to what's going on in the story. This book is at about a 7.6 grade level, and quantitatively it's a level 2, so it's not overly challenging, so they will be able to really think about the concepts that it's based on.